Breaking news that every senior and retiree should pay close attention to. The Social Security Administration has just implemented a new rule that takes effect immediately, not sometime next year or down the road, but right now. Which means if you depend on Social Security as a core part of your monthly income or are planning your retirement around those benefits, this update could directly influence the amount you receive and how you need to think about your finances going forward. Older. Americans across the country are beginning to learn about the change, and many are reacting with confusion, concern, and in some cases real worry, because this isn't a small technical adjustment. It alters eligibility criteria, benefit formulas, or the timing of payments in ways that could affect your sense of financial security. Naturally, people are asking, what does this mean for me? Are my retirement plans still on track? Will I see more money in my account, or could this new policy undermine the stability of my income? And those are exactly the questions we're going to address here in clear, straightforward language so you understand what SSA has done, why it matters, and what you can do now to help protect your income and your future. This latest SSA rule is more than just another bureaucratic notice. It's a genuine turning point for many people who have become accustomed to a predictable benefit, and its impact will vary depending on your age, the type of benefit you draw, and how long you've been receiving it. For some, it may mean changes to the size of their monthly check, while for others it may adjust eligibility windows or thresholds they were relying on. One of the most important features of the new rule is the way it affects retirees who work while collecting Social Security. Because previously many could earn additional income without seeing a major effect on their benefit as long as they stayed within certain limits, but now the calculation has been updated so that earnings above a revised threshold may reduce benefits more quickly or in different ways, making it especially important for anyone who is still working or planning to go back to work to understand how their wages could interact with the new formula. Another key area involves spousal and survivor benefits, where the rules defining who qualifies, when they can claim, and how much they receive have been refined, which means couples who had carefully coordinated their claiming strategies may need to reassess right away, as misunderstandings or delays could lead to lower benefits than expected. The speed of this rollout is also unusual. SSA typically signals major updates months in advance to give retirees time to adjust. But this immediate implementation underlines why you should take a fresh look at your plan now rather than assuming last year's rules still apply. Failing to do so could lead to budget gaps or missed chances to optimize your benefits. It's also important to recognize that Social Security interacts with other parts of your retirement picture, including Medicare premiums, copays, and eligibility for certain supplemental programs. So even a small change in your monthly benefit can ripple into your healthcare costs or access to other support. That's why experts are already urging seniors to log into their SSA accounts, review benefit projections under the new rule, and compare those figures against their existing budgets then. If anything looks unclear or different, to consider talking with a qualified financial advisor or a trusted senior advocacy organization, because even minor adjustments made now can prevent bigger issues down the line. The emotional side of this is real too. Seeing unexpected changes to income you thought was set can be stressful, especially when you've worked hard to plan carefully. But understanding what the rule actually does gives you a chance to act thoughtfully rather than being caught off guard when a check arrives differently than you expected. In short, today marks an important moment for anyone who relies on Social Security. The new SSA policy is already in place. It meaningfully alters how certain benefits are calculated and coordinated. And every retiree should take time to understand how it affects them personally. That means reviewing your account, noting any adjustments in projected payments, and taking appropriate steps if needed to protect your financial stability. This isn't news to scroll by. It touches your income, your retirement lifestyle, and the plans you may have been building for years. People across the country are opening their accounts, noticing that figures or timelines may have shifted, and realizing that something they thought was fixed may now require attention. The crucial ideas here are awareness and response. SSA has made its decision, but how much it affects you will depend heavily on what you do next. Start by logging into your account or reviewing your latest written statement, then compare the projected benefit amounts to your current monthly budget. Even modest differences can influence your ability to cover essentials like medical bills, groceries, and utilities. If you see changes or don't fully understand what's shown, don't ignore it. Reach out to SSA for clarification, seek guidance from a certified financial professional, or contact a reputable senior support group for help interpreting the information. Acting promptly can reduce anxiety and give you more options, such as adjusting spending, exploring supplemental income, or reconsidering the timing of when you or a spouse claim benefits. Remember that Social Security doesn't stand alone. It connects to Medicare, supplemental insurance, tax considerations, and state or local benefits. So a small adjustment in one area can create shifts in several others. For example, if your SSA benefit is reduced under the new formula, you might find your out-of-pocket share for some costs going up or your eligibility for certain programs changing. Which is why a comprehensive review of your retirement finances is especially important now. Timing matters because this rule is effective immediately. There is no long lead-in period this time, so the sooner you check your status, the more choices you'll have. Early review also gives you the chance to catch and correct any errors or misunderstandings before they show up as unexpected changes in your bank account. The natural worry many people feel is understandable, but you can channel that concern into practical steps. Understanding the rule, reviewing your benefits, and making necessary adjustments turns that worry into preparation. It's also wise to see this update as part of a broader pattern of periodic Social Security changes. Some are relatively minor while others, like this one, are more significant. And by staying informed and engaged through reliable channels, senior organizations, or trusted advisors, you reduce the chance of being truly surprised by the next update. Every situation is different. For some retirees, this may require only a small budget adjustment, while for others it may mean thinking carefully about work hours, claiming ages, or additional savings opportunities. The key point is that action isn't only about avoiding negative impacts. It's also about making sure you're not leaving potential benefits unclaimed. By understanding the new rules thoroughly and seeking expert input when needed, you can better ensure you're receiving everything you're entitled to. As we close, keep in mind that information is one of your most powerful tools. Learning what this new SSA rule does, reviewing your personal account, and taking reasonable, timely steps in response is likely the single most important financial move you can make today. Share what you've learned with friends or family members who also rely on Social Security so they can take action too. Continue to monitor for updates, stay in touch with professionals you trust, and be prepared to adjust your retirement plan as needed. The change is immediate, but whether it becomes a small adjustment or a major disruption depends largely on how quickly and thoughtfully you respond. Taking control now helps you protect the retirement income you've worked a lifetime to earn, and staying informed will help keep that financial lifeline as steady as possible.